And now I have to move this all the way up. 0.5, please. Now bear with me as I move this up all the way to the top. Today is Friday in California. Maybe the Friday in California one's weird? I wonder if it could. Yeah, I've done a weird thing on the condition of that. But it has been doing other ones. Okay, so now the weight is at the top. And it's going to wait 0.5 seconds. Okay, let me examine all of these. Okay, that is correct. Make a motherfucker say, oh yeah! Which one is today is Friday? That's Belegda. That's Shabada. Shabadabadaba. That's you have to go to the doctor. Okay, so it's just that it's equal to 24. Let me make sure that the special random number 28. Okay. If I save this, turn up the audio while I'm at it. I have to. The audio is at max for it. I have to manually edit the video for that. Enjoy your lurkers. Okay, so let's roll this a few times. We're gonna do a few vocal stims. Okay, that's Belegda again.
Oh. What are you? Oh, Barley.
Interior crocodile alligator.
I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Let's test it again.
Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Let's give it a sec.
Go.
Yup. Yup.
You have to go to the doctors.
Yeah. You're right. Ding 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 ding. Hey hey. Ding 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 ding. Ring ding 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 ding. She's vibing.
Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
I like that again.
Oh. What are you? Oh, Barley.
See, it definitely is rolling to different ones. I think it's just that it's fucking. We're thinking.
Interior crocodile alligator.
Really?
I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Look what you've done to my peonies!
They're marigolds.
God,
Like, is this actually so? This is the thing with random number generation.
Flowers. But I know a bitch when I see one.
I know a bitch when I see one.
Yep.
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 Uh-huh. Read book. Yep. Shabada. Shabada-ba-da-ba. That one's been very rare. And then this one again. You don't know if it broke? I don't know. Suck a dick, suck a motherfucking dick, suck a dick, suck a huge or small dick. I go meow. I go meow. I go meow. Maybe you like the gate. I like him too. Look away. Away. I want to fuck you up the ass.
You can
You're sticking up your own, asshole. I would if I could. Bitch. I want to fuck you up the ass.
Hey, Benton, don't crap your pants if you see a vampire out there.
Get lost. You wouldn't recognize a goddamn vampire if one jumped out and bit you on the end of your fucking dick. So just get off my back.
I make a motherfucker say, oh yeah! I'm cold like a lion with no hair. If you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear! Cause that bitch don't need it.
Go. Yup! Yup. Fantastic. I love these. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Oh, and this
I make a motherfucker say, oh yeah! I'm cold with a lion with no hair. If you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear! Cause that bitch don't need it.
I feel like it is just actually random, and we are seeing. Have you noticed how you're more likely to roll lower numbers compared to higher numbers, despite them being divided into two equal groups? I don't know. I feel like, again, that's just like our human brains looking for pattern recognition. Because if you think about it, with the amount times this has been rolled, we've gotten a bunch that aren't the same. And I feel like it is literally just maybe like insane luck that it happened that way. Because there is only like fucking your cousin's kid says 6, 7, 1. Oh no. Balik.
Oh. What are you...
Baligd. Baligd.
Suck a dick!
Suck a dick, suck a motherfucking dick. Suck a huge or small dick. His face is so red. There he is. There's Friday in California.
Today is Friday in California.
Toot! Feels random. We just like Gator and cats. Yeah. Once tested, noted it down, and about 80% of your rolls were below the middle value. How go, Donathon? Donathon, go. Donathon, Gonathon. D&D tonight! Yeah! I'm excited. It's going to be good. But see, Blizzy, that just could be... Like, that is random, though, is the thing. It just happened to go that way. If that makes sense? It's a thing where... If you were to, like, the more something happens, the more patterns emerge. I have a fun game about this, actually. You know what? I have a fun game about this, and we're going to play that. We're going to play that now. I have a very, very fun game about this. Dice might be weighted. Fucking see, that's the thing. Like, our human brains are so ready to look for explanations and excuses for these sorts of things. And I have a fun game about probability to show you guys. One sec. One moment. Let me... Well, we'll do this one over here. And where is it? And we are going to play this game until we win. It's going to happen. If someone's RNG is badly programmed, it might favor lower numbers because of the lower index. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, true randomness does have patterns. And that's the thing. And that's the point. A fun game about dice? No, not about dice. This is a game about flipping a coin. One sec. Up. We're going to play unfair flips. I think this is updated on Twitter. Did change the stuff. Because we're done with, like I did say we were done with Rogue Legacy after one more run. And we are finished, so let me close that. Close. There we go. Yeah, we will be playing Mario, but first, we have to enjoy an exercise in randomness. I hope you guys are ready. This is a game called Unfair Flips. I don't know why the game capture... Ah! Woo! Eh? Dinky. Let's swap game capture off of it. Go that. There we go. Now it shouldn't be. You craved a flip coin? Well, you see, you only get 20% chance of getting a heads in this game. Welcome to Unfair Flips. Oh, we got a heads. Game about probability. Oh, and now we have upgrades. I'm going to up my heads chance. Heads chance is now 25%. Yeah, yummy coin sound? Yeah, it's good, right? Hey guys, flip coins with me in the chat. Special sound effect by Surashu. Ah. Yep. Well, you got tails. Let's add to the combo pot as well. Why not? So to win this game, you have to get 10 heads in a row. This could happen immediately, or it could happen never. Oh, we got a heads. Oh, we got 2. Ah. Got a heads. Oh, we got 2 heads. Oh. Heads. Heads, yeah. Damn. So we currently, as you can see, it says at the top, we have a 1 in 4 chance, 25%. This is the entire game. Oh, we got heads. There's another one. Damn. Gonna up that head chance one more time. You know what? We can make the flips a little faster. I have won this, yes, multiple times. Because there are multiple endings. This is indeed on Steam and it is very cheap. 2. It is a fantastic braid-off game, yeah? And this is the entire game. So I read a whole book about the nature of chance and probability. Where, if you think about it, if it was seeded and forced to have less of a chance, imagine being Bear Master-san just enjoying themselves at the bar while we're just sat here at the table flipping a coin, yeah. If it was seeded to avoid patterns, that wouldn't be true randomness. And the larger the number of attempts, the greater the chance there is of patterns emerging. And it'd be strange if there didn't, right? If you flip a coin 100 times, it's a 50-50 chance, right? You know, I'm getting matching coloring books. You did a page per D&D session. Aw, that's cute. So there is a high chance of getting, say, 3 in a row. But that's for like 100 flips, right? 100 flips of a coin. Very, very possible that you will get 3 in a row. And if it was seeded to not get that, we'd be like fucking... There's obviously the freak chance because it isn't a reducing... See, that's my 100th flip, and I've already, like, even with a 30% chance, I have had 3 flips in a row, I'm pretty sure. Like, 3 heads in a row. It is partially the logic behind the Immortal Monkeys and Typewriter, yes. Because infinite random chance... Yeah, it's not relevant to the experiment. Like, every single 50-50 chance is a 50-50 chance on its own right. We as humans skew the way that feels because we're looking for patterns. And we want to look for and correlate and identify patterns in a way. There we go. Coin is now worth 5 cents, so we get more money with each flip. Take great joy that life is random, patterns happen, things affect things. Yeah. You'll have random things and coincidences. You met Tiny and Wild on pure chance. You almost didn't go to the party thing they were at. Yeah. I need that sloppy. I need that sloppy toppy. I need that head. Gimme. Gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. But the larger, like, big numbers are insane. In a way where if you flip a coin 1,000,000 times, it wouldn't be an uncommon thing to get 10 tails in a row or 10 heads in a row. If it's a pure 50-50 chance every time. And it would, in fact, be stranger if you didn't see patterns like that arise. Even to the insane amount, like, because the flipping of a coin 1,000,000 times, it would be strange to not see, like, 100 times something hitting heads in a row. Right? And the larger the number gets, the more those kinds of patterns will arise, because it's random. It's true and pure randomness. Is flip coin pure 50-50? Oh, my command? Yes, it is. So, that's a whole fucking thing. Hold on, let's get these upgrades. Beep, beep, beep. There are multiple endings to this game. When you reach 9 heads in a row, presuming you don't hit tails on your 10th flip, the game will select an ending randomly. Of those endings, you have a 10% chance of the coin actually landing on heads. I think mine was coin flip or something like that, or just coin. I can't remember. Do exclamation mark roll to see what the correct one is. And we are absolutely upgrading the base coin worth. Yeah, there we go. It was coin. Boom. Boom. Get more coin worth. So now the coin is worth 10 cents. Ooh. 3 heads. 4 heads in a row. Yeah. On only 30% chance. That's crazy. Let's get more chance for heads. Or 2 in a row. Or 3 in a row. Nice, huge. Flip, kept flipping a table. Yeah, that was it. Get more combo mobbed. Yeah. Yeah. The whole thing with true randomness reminds you of that one software company, the password. Something was generated by a whole lot of lava lamps that the general public could see and interact with, and people were urged to fiddle because it made it even more random, right? So it's an interesting thing. It's funny how this came about because we were worried that my random number generation to mix it up, because it's actually like really simple what my mix up thing even does. It generates a random number between 1 and 28, and then goes through conditionals to say, if the number that's been generated is 1, do the first video. If it equals 2, do the second video. If it equals 3, do the third video. And it'll roll whatever it is. You bet that could still break somehow? Possibly. But that's why I added a wait. But the thing is, like, it definitely hadn't broken because it was rolling different videos. Like, it did seem to be coming up more often. But I think it is literally, like, because it would change to different videos, which means that it was rolling a number, and it was choosing a video. So I think what has happened is because we as humans are, like, desperate for pattern recognition, waiting it is significantly harder, but it's probably more useful. Yeah. Ooh. 3 in a row. Nice. Love that for me. I'm trying to hit that next upgrade for the base coin worth. And... oh, come on. And see, this is the vibe, right? Because we only have a 35% chance of getting heads. but we can still, like, you still hope, and you still, like, you're still desperate for that pattern recognition. Oh, yeah, there's 3. Oh, I really wanted a 4 there. That would have been great. Come on now. Come on now. And, like, as you go through this game, we had a moment in VC where it was me, Tybo, Sillyclaw, and Elmo all playing this game. I think Devi as well was in on it. Where we were all, like, playing it, and I was just vibing. But it was so funny to see all of them, like, tweaking out, being like, I swear, if I manage to hit flip on the exact frame when it hits the floor, it's absolutely certain that it's going to hit heads the next time. And then they were immediately, like, proven wrong, because people, like, that's how humans work. We look for patterns. We look for things that can seek the outcome that we desire. Because that's just, like, how people are, just in general. Yeah, let's get that base coin worth. Hey, now the coin's worth 25 cents. We got a big silver boy. Oh, yeah. And we can actually increase our flip time as well. Or decrease our flip time. So now it goes even faster. Group speed running over coin. Yeah, that's what it was in the VC. It was very funny. That's what led kids to believe the beatdown tricked Pokemon worked. Absolutely, yeah. 100%. And, like, fucking... That's the thing. There could be 1,000 people who try it, and it doesn't work ever. But then there's one person who will try it, and the randomness works. And... like, the randomness works out in their favor. And they catch the Pokemon while doing the being down trick. So then they will go and preach and say, I swear it worked for me! It worked! I managed to catch the Pokemon when I did it! And that is something that we call confirmation bias. Because they wanted that outcome to do, like, to do the thing that they wanted it to do, they will ignore all of the other times where it didn't work. Because they want it to be true. So they will seek for a, like, eventuality where that actually did happen. And preach that as something that does happen when they finally do find that thing happening. Which is a detrimental thing to happen in, like, something like the scientific community, for example. Because fucking confirmation bias can be the worst thing in the world. If somebody has spent years researching something, and they ignore all fucking data, just because they are desperate to prove their thesis. Code was so weird over the years. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much for the headbats. Hey, Coda, how you doing? Good to see you. So if somebody is, like, that desperate to prove a thesis that they will ignore all of the other research, that's how you get stuff like the MMR scandal, right? In the UK, where there was the person who, like, they were desperate to try and prove that the measles, mumps, and rubella jab caused, like, colon and, like, bowel issues that led to, like, the increased chance of autism. And they did, like, really biased studies. The what? The MMR scandal, so measles, mumps, and rubella scandal here in England. There was this doctor, Dr. Andrew Wakefield, who is a fucking piece of shit scumbag, who has since lost his accredited doctor's license, and he has literally became the face of the anti-vax movement, and is, like, one of the reasons why there's so much doubt for vaccinations. Bro's a piece of shit, and he still attends talks on how people should be cautious for vaccination stuff. He's an absolute piece of shit. So the reason he did all of these studies, and, like, why he tried to, like, do this whole thing, and, like, he appeared like this hero who was caring about the children, and I'm glad we have Dr. Andrew Wakefield, because thank God somebody's really caring about our children. We need to make sure that we're not pumping our children so full of chemicals that we're giving them autism, because that's apparently a fucking logic that was okay to follow back in those days, because people were fucking, there wasn't enough study about autism. So people thought that it could be caused by a fucking chemical reaction, rather than it being something that was a birth-like thing. like a birth issue or like something that was genetic, or due to the like circumstances around the pregnancy, right? So people were like, oh, my child was perfectly normal until that thing gave them the autism. But that's not how autism works, and they didn't know that. Exactly. So Andrew Wakefield's case and how he preached things is an insane exercise in confirmation bias, because he found one tiny piece of correlation that he did in a single single study, which he also fudged the results on based on anecdotal evidence. And that led him to then preach this as a doctor. And the issue is the general public believed him rather than reading his fucking studies, which were bullshit. Because his studies were available, but everyone will trust you if you're a doctor and you speak with any form of authority on anything, rather than actually going to read your fucking research papers, where you have fudged your numbers so fucking obviously that it is genuinely plain as day to anybody who reads the fucking paper that you are telling a bold-faced lie. And anybody who looked into Andrew Wakefield could immediately figure out, which Brian Deere did. Brian Deere, the maker of the MMR Scandal documentary, where he basically berserker clips Andrew Wakefield's entire, I'm using words borrowed from H-Bomber Guy here because he did an incredible video on this called Vaccines and Autism, A Measured Response. Please watch that video. It's so good. Insert a sighing emoji. Sounds like the US. Yep. Basically, the second you look into literally anything about Andrew Wakefield, the studies he did, and the businesses he owned in particular, you can tell the reason why he would advocate for not a combined vaccine in the MMR vaccine. Yeah. But he does still advocate for children to get vaccinated against these things, but do 3 separate vaccines. Oh, I wonder who might have a stake in a company that is getting fucked over by the combined MMR vaccine that he doesn't own. But he does happen to own a measles vaccine, a mumps vaccine, and a rubella vaccine. I wonder who could stand to profit from advocating for separate vaccines that also is providing vaccines that are readily available on the market that are not being used due to the combined MMR vaccine. That'd be crazy. That'd be actually insane if the guy advocating and saying and trying to scare people that their children are being given autism by the thing that's fucking his business is over. That'd be a scam. That'd be something really fucked up, huh? Turns out that's precisely what Andrew Wakefield did. And Brian Deere did the research into this, read the papers, looked at the fucking businesses he owned, and said, hey, this piece of shit over here, he's fucking lying to you. And that is exactly what happened. It's fucking insane. It's actually fucking insane that was a real thing that happened, and people fucking believed him, and still believe him to this day, for the fucking lies and genuine harm that he did to society because he wanted to fill his fucking pockets. Andrew Wakefield is a fucking charlatan, a fraud, and a piece of shit. Big Pharma is Big Pharma and getting people killed because of miscommunication. Yep, Well, not even miscommunication. Andrew Wakefield very specifically was attempting to misinform people. He wasn't just misspeaking. He was telling bold-faced lies on national TV in the United Kingdom and whipping the public into a frenzy about how they can't fill their children full of these drugs, but they should do it separately. Believing people are idiots? Yeah, that's about right. So, confirmation bias is a hell of a drug. And sometimes confirmation bias can be used to, fudge numbers in a way where you can do some clever bullshit and hide your intentions. Person can be smart, people can't. Yeah, that's fair. I'd say that's understandable. I'd say that's agreeable. Okay. Do you guys want me to try and beat this game? Or have I made my point and we can close it and play Mario? I do need to do a BRB and get a cup of tea, I think. Because I can feel the grate on my throat. But it's an interesting topic to talk about. And basically, randomness is truly random, even when there's a pattern. Was the entire point. I go meow! I go meow! I go meow! I don't know who I am. Look away! Away! As you can see, like right in the middle of what's being said here, this is the exact point that I was trying to make. Humans have a strange relationship to probability. Even when presented with completely truthful odds, as you can see at the top left of the screen, people still want to believe in some trick or some way of cheating the odds as flat as they are. There is no way to beat these odds, there is only time. Coin go brrrng until we get 10 heads, okay. If that's what you guys want to vibe with and enjoy, then we can do that. You've all this British Vtuber reactors on here. Hell yeah. Ugh. Once we get that 5% heads chance, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. And see, even now, where I'm like, man, I'm at a 40% heads chance. That's crazy that it's not happening. But it's a 50-50. Well, it's a 40-60, and I am at the disadvantage every time. Where I'm like, oh man, why can't I just get a good combo? Why can't it be, like, good? See, because that would have been nice if that continued. I was like, oh, please come on. But it would be unfair if the 50-50 didn't fuck me over, because that's how it is. Coin noises plus big brain conversation is peak con. Aw, that's very sweet. I appreciate you, Jasmine. You're very, very kind. This is the thing, like, I'm a himbo, right? Like, I'm not... Ooh, big. Can I get another heads? Ah. There's certain things that, like, I get really interested by and do, like, deep dives on and find really fucking... Omoshiro. Me in general, I'm a fucking himbo, though. Something like this is far more... Yeah, because, like, we're all striving for, like, okay, we've got to see the end, right? We've all agreed that we have to see the end, right? That's just... We've all decided that that's how it has to be. I am tempted by that -2 seconds flip time. Yeah, you know what? Let's make it faster. Let's make it faster. Yeah, that's a little speedier. That's gonna be nice. Ting, ting. Talking about weird specific things to get fascinated about, or what you got for us? Boom, boom, boom. Right now about the MP quirk from Kingdom Hearts 1. Is it the one where you can kind of, like, you can trick the MP out a little bit and, like, heal yourself, but then also, like, almost have a fucking... Like, if you have the full thing, like, the full, like, built up, and then you use 1 MP. Himbo with big organs. It just needs to take... yeah. You know what? That's a good assessment. Mm-hmm. That's really funny. There's only MP. Right. I always enjoy discussions about game mechanics and shit as well. The amount of MP you have is the damage you do in Kingdom Hearts 1. Right. However... Boom, boom, boom. Oh. Hold. If I do 5% heads chance here. Wait. Ooh, let's get a better chance. Oh shit! Yeah, and then better combo molt. Fuck. I'm fine with that. I am so fine with that. We got so many upgrades from that. what's happening on Thursday in Fortnite. It also takes into account how much MP you have left. Right, so I'm guessing when you cast a spell at, like, maximum MP... There we go, flip speed is now maxed out. We are just under a second. Cast a weak spell at full MP and full mana and maximum MP, it deals even more damage. Right. Oh, thank you very much for the head pats. Arigato. Ripple drive, eh? I mean, we're at 45% chance of heads now. And we are speed running. And now we have better combo mult. So you say it's coming to Fortnite on Ah, that's exciting. I don't remember what Ripple Drive was. Boom, boom. Been a while since I've played Kingdom Hearts 1, to be fair. Oh. Come on now. With, like, the first 3 notes on the guitar, it reminds me of the song Frère Jacques. You know that one? Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. Bada-bada-bada-bada-bada-bada, ding-dang-dong, ding-dang-dong. That one. Ping! Come on now. Just moving now. I'm feeling it now. Playing Tetris Effect connected. Nice. I love Tetris Effect. That's my favorite Tetris game. Easily. Ripple Drive was a mate build only ability that counts as a combo ender. Ah, interesting. Plays for damage equal to your MP and your Keyblade's damage and strength multiplier. Right. That is kind of crazy. That must do like an insane amount of damage then. Especially if you have a lot of MP and strength. That's very cool though. Erase an entire bar? Yeah, that's fucking nuts. Yeah, for sure. We want to get to that even 50-50. We're at 45 though. We're doing pretty good. And it does feel like it's weird. Even though we're only at like 45, it does feel like we're getting heads more often. It feels like, you can see this feels like 50-50. And we're just hoping for a combo. Oh, we're getting a run of tails here. Yeah, can we flip that to the other side and make it a run of heads? Yeah, thank you for the rant. It was fun. Did it one time, Stranger. You also have something that does something funny with MP. Some Digimon have a signature attack that consumes all of its MP, which can be combined with a personality trait that gives a chance to double cast any magic, with it gaining +1 chance for each 1% MP it's missing. That's crazy. So it's almost like guaranteed if it's missing all of its MP, right? That's pretty crazy. You know you'd be hated for being who you are from... Ooh, interesting. I'm unaware of Beartooth. Does become 100% when you do that attack. I see. That's cool. Come on, give me a good run. This is what gambling is, right? Because you get this thing of like the fucking... Come on. I feel like I've heard of the band Attack Attack, but I've never listened to them. Talking about random and biases, because you remember originally you used to do it when playing a gacha game, where after doing a temple, you'd wait until the color effect shows the color of a character. Or, right. It's worked 3 times, but you still do it. That's the thing, like, everybody has little rituals around this kind of stuff. You sure as heck still do it. I mean, like, that's the thing, like, there's little things that people will take comfort in when dealing with randomness, to comfort you that it isn't random, even though it is. Change it so healing always spends any of your remaining mana, so it's actually more optimal to spam damage spells and then heal. Yeah, absolutely. Or, damn. We need to get to $1,000. We currently have 313. Come on now. Once we get to 1,000, we'll be able to up that head's chance a little bit more. Come on. 2, boom, boom. Oh, damn it. Boom, boom. Come on. Hey, damn it. It's like, you know that one episode of Malcolm in the Middle where Hal starts bowling and he gets really, really close to bowling a perfect game, and he starts to notice little things that he does that he starts to repeat as his ritual before rolling the ball every single time. And every time he rolls, there's like something new that he notices about what was happening. So at the end, he's like cricking his neck side to side. He like flexes his shoulder, sniffs twice through his left fucking nostril, looks back at the crowd, has like a sip of his fucking like drink or whatever, and it becomes this like minute-long ritual that he does every single time that gets longer and longer and longer and longer. Yeah. That was a fantastic episode. But that's like the show of the human condition, right? Because you will try all you can to create the, like, if there's even a slight...
Pull the lever, Grunk.
Bye! Back, now I can flip my coin again. If there's even a slight part of the conditions that you can control, you will 100% control it in a way that you will try to force a positive outcome. It's where you see dog is, yeah, it's the serotonin, right? We get some dialogue. It's possible, although unlikely, that this game will never end. There are no safeguards in place to prevent such a thing. This is an exercise in raw probability. 20% is unfailingly 20%. 30% is unfailingly 30%. 100% is unfailingly 100%, though you cannot even reach 100%. That would defeat the purpose. Yeah, the highest you're allowed to get in terms of a like heads chance is, I believe, 60% is where it maxes out. The logic of if I do everything exactly the same, it'll happen again. I'm just not getting it right. Yeah. And it's such an interesting thing to think about. Because you will always, like, everyone will always catch themselves doing stuff like that, right? Some parts of the ritual probably do serve a purpose. I mean, stuff like the only part of Hal's ritual that made any difference was how he rolled the ball. Like, to be completely honest, I think that's the only part that would change anything. Okay, so now we're on an even 50-50. This is an even playing field. So here's the interesting thing. Because of how this game is framed, we will, like, humans are, like, this is now a perfect 50-50 chance, right? And humans will get frustrated for not getting 10 heads in a row because, oh, damn. The ears came out. Humans will get frustrated for not reaching the goal that they're supposed to reach without paying attention to the other side, right? Because the goal is to get 10 heads in a row. But we don't think about how many times... See, I just got a row of, like, 4 tails, and I was like, fuck it. That means nothing to me. That's not what I want. So I don't get excited or disappointed for that. But I'm excited here because we've hit 4 heads in a row and I want a 5th. But it doesn't happen, so I'm sad. And you never think about the fact that, like, because it's an even 50-50 probability, to get 10 of either in a row is insane. But because the 10 tails in a row, even though it's the same probability and the same, like, actual feat of, like, ridiculous luck. Oh, fuck. That was really good. The same feat of ridiculous luck that has occurred there, if we were to get 10 tails in a row, because it doesn't benefit us or get us closer to the goal, even though it's still, like, an insane outlier of probability, we don't pay attention to it, because we're framed for, like, positivity and striving toward a goal. And because the game has given us a goal, like, see, that was an insane run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tails in a row. But I was largely unaffected because it means nothing to me in terms of how the game is played and the goal that has been outlined for me. It's really interesting to think about. Fun fact you had about your 2 high school anthems that they were "Thank You for Hating Me" by Citizen Soldier and "Doubt Me" by Beartooth. Ah, interesting. I think my high school anthems were all written by Sum 41 and Linkin Park. I was that kind of kid. Sum 41 especially were like my teenage jams. That was like, Does This Look Infected? Listen to that album if you want to hear the anthems of a teenage Ken who was really going through it. I was having a tough time. That was my, like, that and Him. Oh my god, the compilation album from Him. Oh my fucking god. I was really in my feels. I used to listen to that every fucking day in the shower. Citizen Soldier got you crying with "You Were Enough" and "I See You." I see. I see you. Yeah.
You have to go to the doctors.
Yeah. Yeah, Linkin Park was my introduction to, like, you know when your, like, brain switches on to music when you're a kid? Like, that, like, you grow up and, like, music is just music for a certain while. And you don't really care about it, but there's a point in your childhood where, like, your brain kind of switches on, you're like, ooh. Oh, music is good, actually. Linkin Park was that for me. That's, like, the point where my brain switched on and started paying attention to music, and I started growing a musical style and preference. And then I became a fucking shitty elitist goth that was like, fuck these emos and their shitty music. My music's better. And then I'm glad I grew out of that. You're 4 years old singing "Life is a Highway" and drowning pool. Holy shit. That's crazy. System of a Down. Yeah, System of a Down was absolutely, like, the one that very quickly got looped into, like, I just remember, like, Linkin Park's Crawling. I was like, wait, music can be like this? Music is cool like this? Oh my god! And then, like, fucking, I spent ages on, like, Scuzz and Kerrang, like, the music channels when I was a kid, just listening to fucking, like, Green Day, System of a Down, Slipknot, Linkin Park, all of the classics, right? Static X. Oh, 7 times? Fuck. I almost didn't fucking clock that we were doing so good there for a second. Linkin Park was your first ever live concert. My first concert was an Ozfest, which Linkin Park played at. So I went to, like, the daddy of all, like, concerts for my very first concert. It was crazy. It was really cool. By the time you start paying attention to music, your taste has already become set with 80s, 90s, and 2000s rock and metal. Right, yeah. First concert was Beartooth and Shinedown. Shinedown are fantastic. They did Sound of Madness, right? That's a fucking killer of a song. Yeah, I get it, you're an outcast. So fucking good. I used to love Shinedown. I should grab some of their stuff because they did put out some fucking bangers. Shinedown and Pendulum were an era for me. And that era was World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King. Like, going through, listening to Shinedown and fucking playing Wrath of the Lich King right as it released. Like, grinding to that shit. This with Down and Evil Dead's a combination that's really weird, but it fits. Yeah. I see it. It's about the aesthetic, right? It's about the energy. It sounded bad at the festival. Oh, that sucks. Yes, indeed. It's the Hell Game, Debbie. How you doing? Yeah, get nice and comfy. You may enjoy my hair tie. I need to use a new hair tie soon, actually. My one's getting stretched out. Tips of being human still gets you teary-eyed, right? Totally getting back on top of commissions. I'm proud of you, Debbie. Good job. That's our workhorse. Green Day, Motorhead, Slash, and Rammstein. Yeah, hell yeah. Right, Slash is fantastic. You have no compulsion to play. Is Midnight the new... Is Midnight the new WoW expansion? I have not kept up with WoW. I am a FF14 girly now. Ooh, damn. Now I'm at the point where my serotonin receptors are dulled, right? And I don't get out of bed for anything more than a 5 combo, right? Like fucking that's the point where I start paying attention. I'm like, ooh. Summoning 10 heads, yeah, we gotta. Like this could take 30 minutes, it could take 2 hours. Oh, damn. Oh. Well, they have an expansion with a single word name. Yeah, Legion definitely did do that. Technically, Shadowbringers is a one-word expansion name. Hey, what up, Mystery Fox? It's good to see you. I hope you're vibing. No, Shadowbringers for FF14. But yeah, fucking Final Fantasy did Shadowbringers, and then high key it did feel like WoW copied their homework a little bit by doing Shadowlands like as soon as possible after. Either that or it was a marketing room thing where they were all clutching their heads and going, fuck! Right? Because they released after FF14 and they were like, oh, for fuck's sake. To be fair. Yeah, Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Endwalker. Yeah, every single FF14 expansion was a single word. There's some daily Twitch scrolling. Hell yeah! I hope you're having fun. FF14 dunks on WoW every time. It used to not be that way. It definitely used to not be that way. It's been a while for FF14 to become the WoW killer that it is today. That's the thing, like, the original FF14 got absolutely destroyed. Stormblood was not great. Dawntrail has had iffy reception. But stuff like Heavensward absolutely dunked on WoW for sure. Same with Shadowbringers and Endwalker. There's been blows that have been traded, I would say. But as far as I know, and from what I can tell, just seeing the general sentiment, and also from seeing a lot of people go from WoW to FF14, War Within and Midnight have been a huge return to form. My experience with WoW is I started playing around the Burning Crusade, I played all the way through Wrath of the Lich King and got to Cataclysm, and fucking hated a lot of the changes. But I tried to, like... You're lucky because you're getting hit by the Epis Beam. I hope your dreams are as sweet as you are, Jasmine. Get some good rest. Sleep well. Fucking... I stuck with Kata for a good hot minute. And... yeah. FF14 is great, but the skill bloat makes it a nightmare on controller. I disagree as a controller player myself who currently plays, like, raids. Like, I am at level 100 with multiple classes. Yeah, at the time you go back. You tried to get into FF14 raiding, but you're so bored, it's so slow. Yeah. I mean, it said, like, whoever's preference is whoever's preference. I really enjoy the raiding in FF14. Like, it's fucking, especially the most recent shit. Ooh. Never played FF14. The only one you've played is 7 Remake. Fair. You need them nightmares? Well, you can eat nightmares without your dreams being bad, right? I think you should dream of green shark men. Oh, damn. Damn. Soon, we're at 6,850 something. Raiding in WoW got boring and slow too, yeah. The only MMO content you're interested in anymore was the Keystone system. I don't know what that is. You know what, fucking... Trying to do dungeons in WoW, high-key traumatized me. Because the people that I tried to, like... I would try to run dungeons, and people were really fucking shitty and elitist about gear score. And they didn't like the way I played my class, so they wouldn't fucking let me into the content. And that made me, like, really fucking scared of playing dungeons with other people.
I make a motherfucker say, oh yeah! I'm cold like a lion over here. If you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear! Cause that bitch gonna need it.
Jumped to a Directive Centaur VTuber last night. Hell yeah. Oh wait, I could get fucking... I got a crazy combo just then. I didn't fucking realize. Now, we have a tendency towards heads. For once in our life. Oh, like an island over here. You ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear? Yep, the bear. The bitch gonna need it. Boom. 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 Fuck. Come on now. Please. Yeah. You don't mind getting some tail? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Come on, give me head. Please. 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 Damn. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fucking hell. When you finish a mythic dungeon, you get a session keystone for a random dungeon. This keystone will start at +1, and depending on how well you finish that dungeon... Hey, Blood of Rose, welcome in. We have some silly redeems. I like to stimulate my viewers and myself. Why you find people you get along with to do dungeons with. See, FF14 is so much better with it, in my opinion. Yes, I am indeed desperate for head. I need to come. Hey Ollie, how you doing?
I'm the Shadow Man. I'll
steal your poop. I'm the Shadow Man. Look at my fingers. I'm the Shadow Man. I'm going to plunge the world into darkness.
There he is!
There he is, kids! The Shadow Man! There he is. Don't look at his fingers. Oh, fuck, he's right behind me, isn't he? That's a bit of an issue. That's a problem. Every level shorten the timer, these are timed, right. Increase the overall difficulty of the dungeon 5% per level, right. And then, this is where it gets rad and roguelike, right. Every 3 levels you get a mutator. Ah, that's interesting. Thank you for finding my hair tie, Wolf. I appreciate you. Boom. Come on. Ah, fuck. Get a tie bond between the team, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Starting to think your ADHD may enjoy this a little too much? Hell yeah. I do like to take a milk frother to everyone's adrenal glands as much as I can. We have fun here. We have a good time.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Bye. I'm back. Gotta keep a good shock down. I told you, buddy. Play for the Rokudana. Fucking 6-7.
6-7.
Oh, the light.
The flippy. Flippy 6-7.
Oh, the light.
6-7.
A test of your reflexes.
Left side. You fucking got me. Good job. Well done. No, you're all good, Vol. I mean, like, it's you're describing a mechanic you enjoy. Because I could talk similarly about stuff like Palace of the Dead, which is the roguelike dungeon thing in FF14, which is a very cool mechanic. Boom. Boom. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you very much for the head pat, Soul. I appreciate you. Arigato. Come on now. Oh, everybody's testing their luck. Yeah, there you go. If somebody has done like a Stream Elements command too quickly, you might need to give it a second before trying again, because it gets confused if there's too many people and it just goes like, I don't want to touch it, I'm scared. I don't know whether. Ooh, 6. You're not beating the DC with that. Ooh, you're not beating the DC with that. Your intimidation attempt failed. You will not fuck the dragon. Capped how good the gear would be. Right. Do it for fun. Yeah. Hey, you got a 20. Good job, Blizzy. You will fuck the dragon. If I had to convince someone to check out my favorite game, what is it and why? Ooh. So, that's a hard one because I have so many favorite games. In terms of, like, I guess we could go with, like, my favorite game from my favorite series. Because I fucking love Yakuza 0. And Yakuza is easily my favorite, like, game series in general. You gonna roll to slay the dragon? Well, I roll to lay the dragon. Ooh, 18. You know what? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Feels like every MMO has lost the plot in regards to be doing what you should be doing if it's for fun. Yeah. The D&D OC is a half giant. Hell yeah. The wild shaping might actually be fun. Nah, I'm gonna, in order to fuck the dragon, I am just gonna, like, what I, as a regular-sized human being will do, is I will bow my head so that my body is at a 90-degree angle, and I will just run forwards towards the Dragosi. I'm getting unbirthed in this bitch. Wait, hold on. Let me see what Nutty said. You wish you could recommend Enter the Gungeon to people, but the game has a steep learning curve and it took even you forever to learn the patterns and stop panicking about the screen being littered with projectiles. I mean, that's just how it is, right? Get the feeling a lot of people just get frustrated with it. I don't know if that's the case, because Roll the Gungeon, Enter the Gungeon, it's a roguelike, you know? It's a rogueliked, that kind of thing. And basically, like, that's kind of the vibe. You know, any game I mean, I could say that about stuff like Rogue Legacy, for example, because there's a lot of projectiles on screen sometimes, and there's a lot of fucking enemies and traps and all kind of crazy shit that's going on. Same with stuff like Binding of Isaac. I don't know. I think you should have more faith in the game that you love. The thing you appreciate about Enter the Gungeon is unlocking content by picking it out from a shop. Yeah, that's a huge one, actually. Folks try to say 14 and WoW are really successful, and they are. Yeah. They're not exactly floating above the red. I mean, FF14, high key, has been the backbone of Square Enix's bottom line for a hot fucking minute. Because that is their most successful game. And, like, Yoshi P is the fucking rock star that you try to get in the elevator with to make a pitch to in Square. Got to unlock this at CBT time, bitch. Yeah. Hey, Magnus Moth, welcome in. Ah, fellow VTuber. I love VTubers. Moth ones are cool, too. Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? We're doing some flippies. How long has it been since they teased the Beast Tamer for FF14? So, it was at the very beginning of Dawn Trail, I think, where they teased it. But the way they normally do this is they do it at the end of the patch cycle of the current one to give people something to play with until the next expansion is about to release. So it's going to be coming soon because the 7.6, I believe. Thank you for the clip, Nutty. Oh, you know Magnus? Hell yeah. So fucking yeah, basically it'll be coming soon, and that'll be something to keep the community tided over until the next expansion hits, which we should be finding out about soon, actually. How much of the income is coming from cosmetics and their microtransactions now? I mean, like, I don't have figures on that, and no one but Square Enix will have figures on that. So, I don't really know. Like, unless you have access to their bottom line, you don't know. The main thing that I know and have heard is that it is their most successful game. And, like, fucking Yoshi... That's why Yoshi P was given the fucking director slot on FF16, because he is Square Enix's rockstar. Because he's holding up their bottom line like fucking Atlas. Oh, fuck. Starting to get hopeful there. I dared. I had the audacity to hope. Yeah, both is absolutely good, for sure. In terms of, like, unlocks for roguelikes. I really like how Rogue Legacy does it. Because there's obviously, like... I mean, you guys have seen me You've seen me playing it. And there's obviously, like, there's the relics. Maybe we get a remake of DMC4. Interesting. Hey, Jasmine, you're supposed to be sleeping. Don't make me fucking tie you down to the bed and make you sleep. I will. I'll strap you down and bonk you out of existence. You will have brain damage. On. Pretty please. Yeah, Boss Rush. The Capcom classic. Reverse? You can't give me brain damage, I already have it! Yeah, there you go. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Get brain damage, get brain damage, get brain damage. Exactly. Come on now. Come on now. We will get there one day. This is just a matter of persistence. That's all it is. That's all we need. Beat it's Virgil. Congratulations. That's cool. Very well done. Oh. 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 It could happen. It could happen. Ah. Well, that's the end of the game. Total flips, 2,148. Fucking glorious. I flipped my coin so hard, it flipped off the top of the screen. And there it is. And then we could just do it again. But that is good for now. Again, to quit game, progress is saved automatically. So that was our experiment in probability. Incredibly fun. I love that shit. Let's play some fucking Mario. How about that? It's time for March 10 time. You know what? First, though, I am going to go and get me a drinky. Thank you very much for the hair pat. Arigato. I'm going to be out back. I'm going to go and craft me some teenis.